Hi everybody, it's Miss Sam. This is Story Hour. Today we're going to read a book about Anansi and make an African line art piece. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see the hoopla Anansi. Why Anansi has 8 thin legs, a tale from West Africa. Written by Leah Osei, illustrated by Katie Saunders. Why Anansi has 8 thin legs. Once upon a time, a long time ago, there lived a spider called Anansi. One day, on his way to the river, he stopped by Rabbit's house. "Oh, you're cooking greens," cried Anansi. "I love greens." "They're not quite ready," said Rabbit, "but they will be soon. Why don't you stay and eat with me?" "I'd love to, Rabbit, but I have some other things to do," said Anansi. He knew if he stayed at Rabbit's house, Rabbit would give him chores. "I know," said Anansi. "I'll spin a web. Then I'll tie a thread between my leg and your pot. When the greens are ready, tug on the thread. Then I'll come running." Rabbit thought that was a very good idea, so that's what Anansi did. As Anansi walked on, he sniffed the air. I smell beans cooking." "Come and eat beans with me," cried Monkey. "They're almost ready." "I'd love to, Monkey, but I must go," said Anansi again. He suggested that he spin a web and tie a thread to his leg and to the pot. Monkey thought it was a great idea, so that's what Anansi did. By the time Anansi reached the river, he had a thread tied to each of his 8 legs, for he had met more friends who were cooking. This was such a good idea, Anansi thought. I wonder whose pot will be ready first. Just then, Anansi felt a tug on one of his legs. "Ah, that's the thread of Rabbit's greens," he said. Then he felt another tug, then another. Anansi was being pulled 3 ways at once. "Oh dear," said Anansi, as he felt a 4th thread pull, then a 5th and a 6th, a 7th thread pulled, and then an 8th. "Oh my," sighed Anansi, as he rolled into the river to wash the threads away. Maybe it was not a good idea after all. And that is why, to this day, Anansi the spider has 8 very thin legs. So, the craft that we're going to do today, or that we were going to do today anyway, is African line art. It's very simplistic figures created with shapes and lines and textures. And traditionally, for this project anyway, people make 3 women carrying baskets. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to need a paper bag or brown paper of some sort, and bright colored paper for your background. And then I got a couple different colors of paper to make textures in the dress. And I used felt for the baskets, but you could use handmade paper or paper towels that you've colored, or any kind of like bumpy and thick textured material that you think would be good for your baskets. So the first thing to do is to cut a square in your plastic bag, your paper bag. You can make it as big or as small as you want. I kind of like to make them a little small. And then I'm going to draw 3 circles, pretty well spaced apart. The one in the middle I like to make the tallest, but you can make the women holding the baskets as tall as you want. This will be their heads, so keep it in mind. Can you see the 3 circles? Okay. Then you want to take the edge of your colored paper and use it to make a straight line on your brown paper. So how you do that is you line up the 2 edges, and then you can use this edge to make a straight line. And then you want to put a straight line right underneath each one of your heads. So let me do that real quick and I'll show you what it looks like. Ta-da! And then you draw a neck going from the head to the line. So, and to draw the neck, you do 2 little lines like this. And then you're making a straight edge again. You do 3 lines on the bottom. And then you're going to draw 6 more horizontal lines that connect the neck to the bottom of the dress. These do not have to be perfectly straight, and they should kind of bow outwards so that they look like the fabric of dresses. Next, you'll draw above each head a basket, which is like a half circle or a slice of orange. You just want to put it a little bit above each head. I always draw my middle head a little too high so that it gets a squashy basket. I don't know why I always do that. I kind of like to make them imperfect half circles, but you can make them perfect if you want. I just like to think that they're all different kinds of baskets. And then you draw the arms. Make sure that each woman has at least one arm up on her basket because she's carrying it. And then the feet. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. I draw really simple feet. You can make them as realistic and detailed as you want, or ta-da. So then I like to use crayons, but you could use pastels or colored pencils or markers. Or take black crayon and color in each head, each neck, and thicken the arms and the feet a little bit. I'm just going to do one and show you what it looks like. And you could also use the black to outline your dress and your basket if you want to. But you don't have to, because hopefully you'll use colored papers and stuff to glue on. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you need a glue stick. You need a glue stick to glue on pieces of paper to give it the same textured thing like this. And then I used colored crayons too, also on the dresses. Yeah, that's the African Line Project. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy your Saturday. And thanks for tuning in. Bye.